We're going to go to Scott Budman right now. He is a guest who was in the courtroom, it appears. Scott, he's joining us live right outside the courthouse. Who do you have with you?
Yeah, very important guest in the Elizabeth Holmes trial. This is John Carreyrou, formerly the Wall Street Journal, wrote the book Bad Blood and has been following this via podcast and also, like many of us, showing up early in the morning. Bless you, John. Thanks for stepping in. You were the first person to get skeptical about what Theranos was doing. Tell me what it feels like right now to know what this has come to.
First and foremost, I feel relief that this saga is over. I started reporting on Theranos in early 2015, so this story, has taken up more than 7 years of my life, and I was eager for it to finally end, and I consider this, the final chapter. I called my podcast about the trial Bad Blood, the final chapter, but this is the true final chapter, the sentence.
I mean, you could say that no one followed Theranos or this trial as closely as you did. 11.25 years. What do you make of it? Is it fair? Is it just?
It's a stiff sentence. That said, this was a brazen fraud, and it was a case where not only were investors defrauded, but patients were put in harm's way. And I think that's the most outrageous part of this whole story. Even if she wasn't found technically guilty on the patient fraud counts, I think the impact on patients and the way her actions and Sunny Balwani's actions jeopardized the public health were a huge part of this. And so in light of those things, I'm not surprised that the judge chose to impose a stiff sentence. There's also the deterrence factor.
That was going to be my last question, the impact on Silicon Valley going forward.
And Judge Davila made very clear that was foremost in his mind in meting out the sentence, that he described the evolution of this valley from an agricultural valley to the hotbed of technological innovation that it is today, and explain that people from all over the world come here and look to Silicon Valley for its innovation and its creativity, but all that relies on trust. And so it was very clear that in large part, this was a tough sentence to set an example. He called the Theranos scandal a cautionary tale.
Excellent. John, thank you very much for your time, and enjoyed the book very much.
Thank you.
All right, John Carreyrou, again, when he was at the Wall Street Journal covering technology here in Silicon Valley, broke the Theranos story, later wrote Bad Blood, and at this point, it's interesting to hear what someone who has been watching this trial and this case for so long had to say. We'll send it back to you.